There is a problem with Sonic Frontiers Definitive Edition that no one is talking about, and you should be concerned. Before I get into it though, just the idea of Sonic Frontiers getting a Definitive Edition confuses me. Out of all the games that could have desperately needed a new re-release or remaster like Sonic Heroes, Sonic Unleashed, the Sonic Advance games, the Sonic Rush games, they chose the game that's only 4 years old and already available on all modern platforms. It's a little disappointing, and I say that as someone who loves Sonic Frontiers, but that's a discussion for another day. Now, my issue with Sonic Frontiers Definitive Edition isn't about what it will be, but what it implies. Now you're probably thinking, what the hell am I talking about? Sega is releasing a new enhanced version of one of their games that was previously released on modern platforms. And you know what that means? Delisting! If you've been living under a rock for the past 3 years, Sega has been on a delisting spree for all of their older games because they hate the idea of their fans wanting to play their classic games. They've delisted all the standalone versions of the classic Genesis Sonic games just so you could be forced to buy Sonic Origins to play them. They've delisted the vanilla version of Sonic Generations, they've delisted 60 plus classic Sega games, and they've recently delisted Yakuza 0 and Yakuza 3 Remastered. Now you're probably gonna say, well wait a minute, they put the vanilla version of Sonic Generations and Yakuza 3 Remastered behind bundles, so they're not completely delisted, and you know what? You're right. Let's see how much those bundles cost. Oh, this is my real issue with Sonic Frontiers Definitive Edition, because it means when we get Sonic Frontiers Definitive Edition, they are 100% going to delist the original Sonic Frontiers. And you can't really say, oh that's dumb, why would they do such a thing? Because Sega has clearly shown that they can do it time and time again. There should be no benefits of doubt of Sega delisting their classic games or older versions in 2026. And do you know what will happen when they delist the original Sonic Frontiers for the Definitive Edition? Your mods are gonna get broken. This has happened with the vanilla version of Sonic Generations with Sonic X Shadow Generations, and this has also happened with the original Yakuza 0 with Yakuza 0 Director's Cut. When the new version came out, all the mods that were made for the game were broken now. All that hard work that the community has put toward those games are now messed up. And this will really hurt for Sonic Frontiers because Frontiers has one of the most active modded communities of any Sonic game. It's right up there with the original Sonic Generations. People love modding Sonic Frontiers. And now with this new version coming, it's going to break a lot of those mods, even if they decide to update the game to the Definitive Edition. It's a shame that we have to think like this, but this pattern has been going on for the past 3 years, so we know this is cooked. And for what? A version of Sonic Generations that they're gonna bump up to be $70? Hell no. And if I'm wrong, I'll be happy. In fact, I'll be ecstatic. I'll be jumping up and clicking my heels if we're able to keep both versions of Sonic Frontiers. But with how Sega has been moving for the past 3 years, you can't expect me to think that they're actually going to keep vanilla Sonic Frontiers. They hate you, they hate their fans, and they clearly don't give a damn about game preservation. Did you know there's still no way to play Sonic 3D Blast, Sonic Spinball, or Mean Bean Machine on Steam anymore? Because for some reason, those games aren't on Sonic Origins Plus, so now they're just gone forever. All those 60 plus games that they delisted from Steam, still no way to play them on modern platforms, and the only way you get to play them on Steam again is by buying a Steam key off someone. And if they say, oh don't worry guys, we're not going to delist the original Sonic Frontiers, please don't believe them, because they said the same thing about Yakuza 3 Remastered, and look what happened when Kiwami 3 dropped. I cannot be excited for Sonic Frontiers Definitive Edition for the simple fact that it's just going to be another chapter in Sega's shitty business practices. And I think more people should speak up about this because we cannot let them get away with this again. I hate that they have to create this fear of missing out because some people didn't get the game yet. And then when they release a new version, they have to be like, well, now you have to buy the game or it's gonna go away forever. Ooh, we're gonna put it on a very expensive bundle. Oh. We should not let them get away with this. It's scummy, it's shitty, and we deserve better as fans. Whenever they finally show it off, we need to be vocal about keeping the original Sonic Frontiers. That we don't want the original Sonic Frontiers to be delisted and forced into a super expensive bundle. We should be able to buy both versions. We shouldn't be forced to buy a more expensive version, especially when that more expensive version has a chance of not even being good. And I'm sorry for all the complaining, but I just really need to get this out there because I've been so sick and tired of Sega delisting all of their older games and all these older versions of their previously released games and then giving us new versions that are just shoddy products. Losing all of the classic Sega games, especially the ones from the Dreamcast collection that I grew up with, that's strike one. Losing the original Yakuza 0 for Director's Cut, that's strike two. And then the delisting of the original Yakuza 3 for Yakuza Kiwami 3, that was the breaking point. I've had enough of it. That is why I'm just not happy with Sonic Frontiers Definitive Edition, because what it's about to set. Anyways, that's it for now. I thank you all for watching. Game preservation matters, and being a Sega fan sucks dick.